This topic can be sensitive to many people. I know there's a possibility many of you know someone who has gone through this process, and I want to give a head warning. So, abortion is commonly talked about when brought up, but many people tend to avoid it, and I can't blame them. Along with abortion comes the two most famous debates, pro life and pro choice. At the end of the day, it's always up to the woman and what she wants to do. It's not right it's not right to force women into our opinions, since this is a time to decide, and it could be a very emotional and stressful time for them. We should respect others in their opinion for what they want to do with a baby. It's not right to bash one another saying this is wrong and this is right, for there is no right or wrong answer. Both sides have their positives and negatives, and we are allowed to feel against or agree with them. I am someone who agrees with the pro choice argument, yet I respect the opinion of someone who is pro life. These two arguments and laws have been going around for years, so today I'll be talking the point of view from both sides and where the state law stands with this topic. Before I start with this speech, please do not hate me, for I want everyone to understand both sides. I know this topic can be quite difficult for some, but it's also good to learn what each side thinks and to take it into consideration before we start yelling at each other. To begin with, what is pro-life and pro-choice? Pro-life is when someone believes that everyone has the right to live, and pro-choice is when someone believes the woman has the right to decide on what she wants to do. Many people are always on one side, pro-life and pro-choice. One of the main arguments on pro-life side is life is beautiful, and it starts at the moment the egg and sperm unite. In an article I found, an argument that abortion is wrong by Don Marcus, written in March 23rd, 1967, he states, "One might then argue that the right to life seems to be a stronger right than the right to control one's own body in the case of abortion, because the loss of one's life is a greater loss than the loss of the right to control one's body in one respect for 9 months." The second argument is the mental health state for the mother when she aborts. Another article I found, the study that debunks most anti-abortion by Margaret Talbot, written in July 7, 2020, states, in a 2007 abortion case ruling, he wrote that severe depression and loss of esteem can follow. I can agree on both arguments. Life is a very beautiful thing to experience. One can experience the joys and challenges, figuring out our purpose, but we have to keep in mind not many people have it easy. Kids can be abandoned, or them and the mother can struggle financially. Many women can experience negative feelings, and that is normal. She had a good reason to do it, and that reason can be much more important than keeping it. On the pro-choice side, the mother had no resources to provide the child. In the article, The Pro-Choice Argument by Tanya Luthman, written in October 25, 1979, she states, "Many of those who have abortions when young have children later in life, when they are more emotionally and financially equipped to handle them." Another argument is that the mother has no support system even if she had the child. Most of these unwanted pregnancies are from girls as young as 13. Her family may not have the money to provide for the child. Maybe she was pregnant in a horrible situation, and she has no one to lean on for when she has a child. Her parents could have kicked her out. Maybe her friends didn't support, and neither did the guy that did it. Now that you have heard both sides, what do the states have to say about this? States across the United States have different laws and restrictions regarding abortions. In an article I came across, A Guide to Abortion Laws by State by Kaya Hubbard, published on April 29, 2020, states some of these policies, such as those challenging abortion bans at a certain point during pregnancy, are direct challenges to Roe v. Wade, which protects the right to an abortion until a fetus is viable. And our quote tended to provide the Supreme Court with the opportunity to overturn abortion rights outright, and there are among those clauses to reaching the court's docket. Some of the restrictions are due to how long the mother is pregnant, since it can cause her harm. One of the most common restrictions is when the mother is in her first trimester since the baby hasn't fully developed. One of the most restrictive states is Arkansas. The bill banned all abortions, including the case of rape or incest, except only if the woman's life is endangered. An article, A Guide to Abortion Laws by State by Kyle Hubbard, published on April 29, 2020. In this quote, it's honestly upsetting in this state. Abortion isn't an option, no matter what the case, unless the mother is facing complications. In my opinion, I think it's sad that some states don't allow abortions at all. No matter what the situation the woman has, she doesn't get in saying what she wants to do, and it puts her in a stressful pregnancy. She has to worry now of how she's going to handle the child once it's born, or she can take illegal risks and harm herself. I would prefer for the mother to go to a clinic where she can abort in a more safer manner instead of doing it herself, causing harm and maybe even death. Overall, I respect both sides and their points of view. I can agree that life is beautiful, but we have to think that if the mother is ready or not to have a kid. Some of these moms can be as young as 12 and she can't provide the child. Also, we don't know how it happened. It's sad to see the states who don't allow it. To me, it is always up to the mother and what she wants to do and to respect her decision. Thank you.